hanging out with that.
Just putting it around places.
I was going to pick it up from her, and this is my friend, Rocky.
Hey, I'm Lorraine.
And I'm Langston.
And this is our Mightiest show brought to you by Walmart.
Where we talk about all the biggest stuff in the Marvel Universe that you are hardcore fanning about.
And we have a lot of behind the scenes from Marvel Studios' Avengers Infinity War, but first we got to talk about what's going on the internet.
What's happening, what's crack-a-lacking and smacking backs on the internet today.
Well, it is a new trailer for Marvel's Luke Cage Season 2, dropped on Monday. Take a look right now.
I gotta find him.
Bushmaster, what makes him so scary?
Me hope you never have to find out. You tell Bushmaster that I'm coming.
It's game time. Do what you want. We stay feeling fools. Do what you want. Your life for your Jews. Respect my Brooklyn man.
I've seen you raw, but never brutal.
Sometimes brutality gets shit done.
Harlem doesn't need a hero. It needs a queen.
The darkness that you deal with every day, it can consume you whole if you let it.
It's so good.
I think that might be my favorite trailer to come out of Netflix ever. Yes.
It's a great trailer. I mean, it makes you feel so amped up. What's your favorite?
Besides, if you want to test me, come find me, the new villain, Bushmaster, who seems to be able to render Luke Cage vulnerable for the first time, which is going to be interesting to explore.
John McIver from the comics. You guys, you're going to have to check it out. Also from the comics, Misty Knight's arm is finally here.
Yes.
I'm so excited about it. You know, if you know Misty Knight's history, we've been waiting for this to finally see her prosthetic.
Yeah, I can do that all day.
I hope it sounds all day, every day. So I've been super excited to see that. So many cool things coming to fruition on that show. And you guys can watch all of the episodes for Season 2 and Season 1 on June 22nd, only on Netflix.
You know who I'm going to watch it with?
Who?
My mom.
Oh,
My
your
mom.
You know, it's funny you mention your mom just totally randomly because it's actually Mother's Day this weekend.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it is. You better go write a card or something. But we actually took to our Facebook and Twitter pages and we asked you guys who was your favorite Marvel mother, and you guys had some really great answers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Amy Laura said, Maureen Green is my #1 pick, but Jessica Jones is a great mother too. After everything Jess has been through, to see her care for her daughter at the end of the day makes her a real superhero.
Also, shout out to Maureen Green, the mother of Doreen Green, the real Squirrel Girl.
Yeah,
The unbeatable
look at that,
Squirrel
look
Girl.
at that.
She wears a t-shirt with Squirrel Girl on it. Like, what kind of great mom? I would be so embarrassed by Maureen Green, honestly, but
No.
what a great mom.
Wearing a t-shirt with my superhero name
Does
on it.
your mom wear this t-shirt?
Yeah,
with
she
you?
wears a shirt that just says the Langston all the time. And Giancarlo Osmond said, I mean, it's got to be Aunt May, right? She is the moral center of Peter Parker. Without her, there would be no Spider-Man. And she's a single parent. Also, shout out to Sue Storm as well for being the mother to the Marvel family. And she does have a tough job because the FF, they are
What a band of rogues.
what a bunch of scams. She has to deal with all of them, really. From Reed and Ben and Johnny and her kids.
And her kids, Franklin and Valeria, geniuses. It's got to be hard to keep up with geniuses.
But she can disappear.
Yeah,
she can go invisible.
Oh, yeah, but you can't disappear on your kids. You got to show up for them.
Also true.
Yeah, but she does. She does.
Yeah.
And she saves the world also, which
All
is
the time.
like
So
a
she, you
tall
know what?
order.
So she's right now on my #1 list. She's
Heck yeah.
top mom, Sue.
Top mom. Also, we have some other cool stuff. I got a chance to sit down with the Russo brothers who directed Marvel Studios' Avengers Infinity War, and they let me in on a few secrets about how they operate together, and they revealed who was an unexpected jokester who kept them laughing on set. Take a look. Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well. Congratulations on the film, but I have to ask, you obviously have the script, you know what you're about to do. What were you sort of like chomping at the bit? Like, I can't wait to direct this scene or be on set for this scene.
Those were a lot of the first time interaction scenes with the characters.
Guardians meet Thor was certainly one of them.
There's an incredible amount of improv in the Thor meets Guardians scenes. And Dave Bautista actually improvised more than half of his jokes in that scene.
Oh, wow.
It's just when you're having fun on set and you're laughing a lot, it's fostering a creative environment.
Yeah.
And people thrive in a creative environment. That's our job, is to make sure they feel safe.
How do you guys work together? Do you guys share your workload, or do you kind of do everything? I already can tell, like, you are keeping each other honest.
That's right.
Just as people.
We've
how does it
subscribed to something called the mastermind principle, which says that, like, you know,
You're one mind?
well, two brains aren't doubly better than one, they're exponentially better. And we believe that. It's just like when we have both of our brains on something, it turns out to be exponentially better than if it's just one of us thinking about it. And so it's very important to us that we keep both of our brains on everything that we're doing. Certainly, you know, from years of producing TV, we've developed a muscle where, you know, we can trade off and cover certain things. And we're dealing with something of this scale.
Right.
That's somewhat of a necessity at times.
Who were some of your favorite Avengers to pair up? Because that's been the great joy for everyone.
I think that Tony Stark and Doctor Strange are a really fun pairing because you've got two narcissists who are polar opposites. One's a man of magic, one's a man of science. So you know there's going to be combustibility there. Pairing Thor with the Guardians, who are both, you know, coming from absurdist worlds, those two colliding we felt would create a lot of humor. Thor, though, I think, you know, certainly carries some emotional weight in the movie and is significant to how the film plays out.
Did you actually do some editing or screenings in these spaces? Because we're on the Disney lot today.
Yes, in this very room.
This is our main visual effects room. This
Are
is
you like
where,
back at the office?
This screen behind
No.
us, every VFX shot in Infinity War we approved on that screen.
I mean, this is a very
Wow.
important room because this is where the movie really comes to life. There's so many shots in the movie don't take on any sort of specialness until the visual effects work is done. Many shots are shot practically in a spectacular way, but certainly many of them are built in this room, developed in this room here.
That's incredible. Now, Thanos' story, I've read the comics a million times, and I think the story is so compelling in a different way, which I never would have thought about. What was it about Thanos that you were like, that has to be our fill-in, that really made you feel connected to it?
This is a movie where we are connecting all the sort of unrelated corners of the MCU in a single movie. It's not an easy thing to do. Thanos was very useful in the sense that he was the common element between all of those movies because he's going after the stones, because all the characters have some relationship to the stones. That allowed Thanos to almost become like the organizing principle for the movie because he was the one common thread between all of these people. He started to become very central just on a narrative level. And then that got us thinking very deeply about who he was as a character.
Well, it's a fantastic film. Thank you for talking with me
Thank
today. You guys go see Marvel Studios' Avengers Infinity War in theaters now.
All right. Every single VFX shot went through that room, that screen?
Yeah, I know. We had no idea. We set up in there. It's a sort of dark theater space. It's got a couple of rows of chairs and some desks and lots of good snacks. But I mean, we had no idea, but that's their home office where they did everything. I mean, mind-blowing.
Speaking of snacks, I like snacking on jokes, and Dave Bautista's jokes were improvised, which makes me very happy because that means that that came from him, and to see him create Drax, that character, and make it his own is awesome.
He's so great as Drax. I think a lot of people forget about his wrestling background.
True.
And he's a phenomenal improviser, probably because he did so much wrestling.
Oh yeah, when you
know?
have to go out in front of thousands of people and on TV and kind of put yourself out there and be this bigger than life character, it's so cool to see him transition into this amazing character that is designed for him.
Yes,
it's made,
yes.
He was made to be Drax. Yeah.
Oh, totally. And I just love going behind the curtain and really getting to see the behind the scenes with the director.
Oh, speaking of behind the scenes and secrets, we got more secrets with our very own Ryan Panagos, aka Agent M, as he got up close and personal with two characters from Marvel Studios.
You've got a couple friends for us here.
We do. Rocket is used to puppeteer for the actors so that we get the eye lines correct. Obviously, he's a character that's built in post-production, but really important for the director of photography to have a proper lighting reference. And I literally run around and move him up and down and sideways for the actors so that they learn their eye lines. So we'll do a take or two with Rocket, and then I'll run out and they'll do a take where Rocket's not even there. So really good challenge for the actors to like pretend that someone's there. One of James Gunn's favorite characters in the film is Groot. I promise you, I'm not joking when I say that. But again, we puppeteer him. Sometimes we have him on a stick where we can run him down a hallway or have him jump up onto a shelf or a counter or whatever he needs to do. But integral part of the filmmaking process is that little baby Groot.
And it's really neat. I just want to make sure you guys can see the top of the head too. You've got like mossy, he's wet, he's got growing.
The design process for Groot and Baby Groot, any of the Groots, is intense. I mean, when I say intense, it's intense. We have meetings upon meetings upon meetings about where his striations should be, where that moss should grow, how far along is it, how old is Groot, what do his eyes look like, are they shiny enough, are they wet enough, it goes on and on and on. So Baby Groot is a well-designed machine.
Yeah, it shows, but what you were talking about, how much people love Groot is because of how much care everyone who works on the films has put into it. Russell, thank you for 10 years of amazing Marvel Studios props and cool memories and experiences and all this stuff. It's been amazing.
And thank you for being here, coming into the secret lair. Not too many people get to come.
Yeah, amazing work, amazing stuff. 10 more years, hopefully, and beyond for Marvel Studios.
Oh, Baby Groot.
Oh, little sweet little baby Groot.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and that rocket, honestly, can you imagine just
hanging out with
just
that?
putting it around places?
I was trying to pick it up from him. This is my friend, Rocket.
Yeah,
Also,
hanging.
shout it again, Ryan holding a bladed object in the
I think
background.
that was one of Drax's
Drax's
knives.
He'll always find a sharp object and hold on to it in case something comes alive, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly love to look at these props too because we have 10 years. We're celebrating 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so fun to revisit all those props from Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as well as all of the films.
Oh
from
yeah,
Marvel
it's just
Cinematic
scratching the surface. A decade worth of things to hold. So I can't wait to see more.
For Ryan to just gently.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see more, what is in that vault. What else is lurking in the shadows.
You guys tell us what you thought of the Russo brothers and those awesome props over on social media with the hashtag Earth's Mightiest Show.
We will see you next time.
Yeah, I'm Lorraine.
And I'm Langston.
And this is Marvel.
Your universe.
Thanks for watching Earth's Mightiest Show. If you like this, please like this and subscribe to the Marvel channel.
Or click that box over there to watch our last episode. You mentioned snacks in that VFX room. What snacks do they have?
Thanos tarts.
Okay.
Rocket Ringos.
Okay.
Grape Groot.
Are these real things?
No.